Hello, welcome back to David at Go Tubbies. I'm going to be a naughty boy. I'm going to indulge. I've got chocolate. But I want to tell you one thing about chocolate. Is it me? Does it not taste like chocolate anymore? I had some 12, I think it was 12s or twists, whatever they're called, and like Cadbury's chocolate, and you have to excuse the rain, it's absolutely peeing down outside. I find it very relaxing, actually, off subject. Anyway, but chocolate doesn't taste like chocolate anymore. And you know these ones, yeah? Meow Kit, yeah? You know what I mean. Kit, meow, meow. Do you get what I mean? Cat? Yeah, right. They used to be about that wide and about that long. Now look at the size of it. It's about 3 inches long, lucky if it's an inch wide, and probably about 3/8 of an inch thick. What happened to the Kit Kat? Oh, I shouldn't say that, sorry. But it's unbelievable. You're paying the same price for about half the size bar. It's like all chocolate, isn't it? It's a right raw rip-off. I bought myself literally 2 bars. One was a caramel chocolate and one was a fruit and nut chocolate, right? I bet the caramel, that's gone to a good home, my stomach. But the fruit and nut, I think one was £3 and the other was £2.40. And what gets me is they're about that wide. There are 3 bars, 3 chunks, and they're about 6 inches long. No, tell a lie, about 5 inches long. Well, they used to be about 7 inches long and about 4 inches wide and about twice as thick. And that used to be about £1 a bar, right? But now you're paying £3 a bar. It's a right frigging rip off Britain, isn't it? Look at it coming down. I'm glad I'm not working out on that. Blimey O'Reilly. Cats and dogs. So anyway, I'm going to indulge in a bit of chocolate and try and make a video. Doesn't taste the same. I mean, just look at it. It's in miniature, isn't it? It's sort of baby-sized food. I mean, who in the right mind designed that? Eh? It's not a passion what it used to be. Doesn't taste like it used to be. And I just think it's waste of money. Doesn't even taste like chocolate anymore. Tastes like a cocoa bar. I'm going off chocolate. It's not like it used to be. It used to taste like chocolate. And I used to buy that 12s. I think it was called 12s. And they'd done an orange flavour one, which is rather nice. But what happened was I bought some the other day and it just didn't taste nice. It didn't even taste like chocolate. It tasted like cocoa. You know, cocoa beans or whatever they call them. Didn't even taste like chocolate at all. No proper flavour to it. I thought, oh, I'm not buying that anymore. You go into the services. Look at the prices. Talk about extortionate. One bottle of water will cost you about £2 or £3. Right? You go into the supermarket and you buy it. You might pay 50p a bottle. Talk about making money and rob you blind. Yeah, bear with me for a minute. Sorry about that. Right, here's some home truths for you. Right, Do you know those pies that I thought they're called fries bentos, right? The steak pies. They're in like a metal tin and you peel the top off, yeah? I went to the site. I think it might have been Newmarket or Norwich, somewhere like that. Right? I went to the shop there and they said it's £1 a tin. In the supermarkets you might be paying about £3 or £4 per pie. And I could buy it for £1. That is telling me that is the cost price they make it for. And I'll give you another example. A loaf of bread from, I think I used to work for Hovis, right? Or British Bakeries when it was then. It was sold to me, bread was sold to me for 30p a loaf. That is the profit, what they need to make to sell it for. So the supermarkets were buying it at 30p, right? Us consumers were paying over £1 for it. So they're making triple the profit. Fray Bentos pies was selling it to the supermarkets, which I presume, I don't know, right, that were charging the supermarkets, whoever bought them, £1. And what did we pay for it in the supermarkets? £3 or £4. Excuse me. This is the whole point about fair pricing. It's just like the farmers and the milk. So the supermarket, they sell it to the dairies. The dairies refine it and sell it to the supermarkets, and then the supermarkets sell it to us. But the problem we got is the farmers might get only 21p a litre. But what do we pay for a litre of milk? Well, when we used to have the milkman used to come round, it got to such an extent it was over £1 a bottle, and that was a pint of milk. And you could go into the supermarkets and you could buy the exact same milk for half the price. So hence we don't have any milkmen anymore, because the supermarkets have screwed them, because they can sell it for cheaper than they can deliver it for, which is a shame really, because that was part of the British way. I remember a milkman used to come round on a horse and cart. I used to help a milkman delivering the milk on the milk cart when I was a kid. These things is what made David what they is today, because I used to have my own paper round. I built my own paper round up, knocked on people's doors, and got myself a paper round. Because what I had, it's off subject slightly, but I'm telling you, you really don't need to know it, but you can know it. And that is, I went to a paper shop. I asked for, you got any paper rounds? And he said, no, you haven't. But if you can get a paper round up, yeah, then I'll get you the work. I'll get you the job. You can have the job. So I went around knocking on people's doors, and I got a roundup. And this is what I used to do in the morning before I went to school. I used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to the paper shop, collect my papers, go and deliver them. When I've done that, I used to help the milkman, right? And then I used to go to school. Sometimes I didn't. I used to walk down to the River Lee, hop on a canal boat, get a lift up to Waltham Cross, and then walk back into school. Sorry I'm late, didn't feel very well. And some days I didn't used to go in at all. I used to just go wandering. But a bit different to what I was starting talking about, so I do apologise, but coming back to that, and that is rip off Britain, isn't it? So here we are, paying the earth for chocolate, whereas that bar of chocolate cost me £3 it will probably cost less than £1 to make it and what they sell it to the supermarkets for. They buy it by a trailer load, so they can afford to purchase en masse. So let's say they might sell 30,000 bars. They only paid £30,000 for it, but they make £60,000 out of a trailer. So who's doing the money is the supermarkets. Who's having to pay for this? The consumers, us. And this is why I say it's rip off Britain. And when the government say to you about the cost of living, it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Why do I say it's bullshit? Because, excuse my language, and that's this, right? The government set the OFGEM rate, what these companies can charge consumers. Who's in control of OFGEM? The government. Excuse me. So, the companies, right, have to pay 78% tax. Excuse me. On their profit. So if they make £1 billion, like Scottish Power did, so 78% of that will go in tax to the Inland Revenue, HMRC. And what's left goes into the coffers of the company. But if there wasn't so much bloody high tax, the companies would be able to reduce the cost. Reducing the cost, right? Not charging the consumer so much. And there we go. It's all to do with government and how they want to screw us over. But anyway, coming back to the chocolate, bread and pies. It's what the company charges the supermarkets, and then what the supermarkets charge us. It's rip off Britain from the supermarkets, and it's rip off Britain from the government. There we go. Excuse me, bear with me while I have a drink. Sorry about that. But next time you go shopping, just have a look at the price of a loaf of bread. When I finished with the company, they put the prices up to 40p a loaf. That's what they had to make it profitable. But the supermarkets were charging about £1.50 by then. So you can see who's making the money. And you can see where the government is involved. As I say, it's definitely screwed us over every which way they can. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Sorry if I've deviated off the subject, but I just want to tell you certain things. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And as I say, leave a comment down below. Very grateful. Please give us a thumbs up. Always much appreciated. Last but least, please consider subscribing because it helps the channel grow and it also puts the videos like this in front of people like you. So take care everyone. See you soon. Look after yourself. Bye for now.